Hey, what's up everyone? Nick here. Welcome back to my Spyro the Dragon 100% walkthrough. We're in World 5 and we are moving on to Level 2. This is Lofty Castle. I actually really enjoy this level. In terms of gem collection, it's not too difficult. I think the enemies are fun. There is one secret area which involves a supercharge ramp, and as you know, this late into the game, those areas are often the most annoying to get to. This one, however, is not that bad. There is going to be another one in, I believe, the next level that is just, I think it's awful, but at least for the moment it's not that terrible. So, as soon as you spawn, 400 gems, 3 dragons, there's going to be 3 red gems right here in the tall grass, so make sure you pick those up, and then there's going to be 2 chests. Alright, so with this level, just like in the Dreamweaver's homeworld, you can see that it kind of takes on the same environment. You're going to be dealing with a lot of tall grass, so just make sure you're taking things slowly, you're rotating that camera, and you're getting all of the gems buried in the tall grass. Now you're going to see these big enemies that are on these kind of like inflated animals that make a form of balloon. Those enemies, you're going to have to make sure to kill them properly, obviously, because remember, to get 100% gems, you need to kill 100% of the enemies. So, go ahead and jump across this gap here. You're going to see these 2 flying, I'm just going to call them monsters, because honestly I don't know what else to call them. But just keep jumping across the gaps. So we've now cleared out that first area. So now I'm going to glide over to the second area here. A lot going on. You could see there's a little demon. There's another one of those yellow things. There are some gems to pick up. There's also a cage. I'm not going to get the cage just yet. I'm going to take a moment, make sure I clear out all the enemies. Box of fireworks up here, make sure you get those gems. Now I'm going to hop up here, and I'm going to destroy this cage. So the cage holds a fairy, and basically what you need to do in each area of this level is you need to destroy 3 cages, because that will unlock the 3 fairies, and the 3 fairies will activate the magic lift. Alright, so from back here where that first cage was, I'm going to glide across this big gap here. I'm going to go ahead and destroy the 3rd cage. I'm going to wait for this guy to go down, and then I'm going to destroy his balloon. And you'll notice that at the moment I have 75 gems, so that's a good little counter for your progress. Now I'm going to go into the lift. 3 red gems right there, and then a dragon.
Berries are always on your side, Spyro.
Alright, so from there, just continue on the main path. I'm going to stay up here on the upper level. I don't know how I got hit right there, but I'm going to go ahead and destroy the 2 little fire demons, 2 metal chests. And now, before moving on, you could see that there is an area down below. So I'm going to jump across this gap, get those 3 red gems. I'm going to halt my progress, though. I'm not going to fly any further. Instead, I'm going to come back to this area. And then, like I said, I'm going to go down to the lower level here. And there are going to be a number of enemies, a number of gems, and there's also going to be 3 more cages, which will unlock 3 more fairies, and thus will unlock another lift platform. Alright, so you'll reach a dead end here. Once you do that, just turn around and make sure you go the other way. It's basically like a big U shape down here, so just make sure you go across the whole landscape. Again, take your time, make sure you get all the gems. Here we go, out into a little open area. You'll see that there's another cage in front of me. I'll destroy that. There's the fairy. Jump across the water here. You'll see that there's one of the metal chests that requires a key, so we'll return here later. But for the time being, we've cleared out the area. So go ahead and fly back up. Then go over to where I was earlier, where those 3 red gems were, and now we can go about flying across. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the left path. I'm going to kill all of the enemies. You're going to see this castle in front of me. For the time being, though, I'm going to ignore the castle. Alright, so instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly over here, and I'm going to take the right path. Now, this is actually the main path of the game. I think it's easier to take this path now than do it later. So I'm going to save the castle for basically the last thing that I do. So stick on the main path. Fly across the gap, and you'll see another dragon to rescue.
Thank you for releasing me.
Alright, so once you rescue him, now once again just kind of survey the area. Again, you'll see some red gems in the tall grass right there. And then you're going to see a couple of these cages. there are going to be 2 magic lifts already activated, so use both of them to get the remaining 2 fairies. Alright, don't forget that red gem right there. Alright, so currently you'll notice I'm at 165 as a little progress report. Now I'm going to take the other lift, fly up here, collect the gems, and now I'm going to glide back over to this area where you can see the 3rd cage. You could see another big enemy, and then you're going to get these 2 spinning metal chests, so make sure you take the time to destroy both of those. Alright, so now that I've cleared the right path, before moving on to the end of the level, I'm going to now go to the castle here. Alright, and this castle, this is how we're going to get to the secret area. Alright, so before going that way, go ahead and climb up the stairs here. You can see there are a couple gems and an extra life. So at the moment I'm at 189 gems. Instead of taking that magic lift up, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to destroy that first fairy cage just because it's easily obtainable from ground level. Then I'm going to go to the end of the path and make sure I get all of those gems. Now I'm at 209. Alright, so now that I've cleared out this lower level, I'm going to take the magic lift up, and we're going to have to do a pretty well-timed glide, so get these red gems. You're going to have to destroy 2 enemies and 2 cages in midair, so here we go. Watch how I time this. Here we go. Flame, flame, and get the last cage, and there you go. If you happen to miss either the enemies or one of the cages, then just simply take the magic lift back up. But once you get all 3 of those, you'll activate another magic lift, which will bring you up here to where the gems are. There's the key, and then here's another dragon.
Ah, Spyro, thanks. Supercharge will get you to new places here in Lofty Castle, too. See where it takes you.
Alright, so we're going to follow his advice. We're going to fly across this gap behind us, and now we're going to have to do a supercharge. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go down this first ramp. You're going to jump over to another ramp. You're going to curve around to the left, and then you're going to make one jump here, and you'll land on this little passing up here. So you should see the area down below is completely familiar. We've already been there, but this is the area that you can only obtain from the supercharge. Make sure you get the gems, destroy the box of fireworks, and now from here, I'm just going to drop down, and we're right back where we started at this locked chest. We got the key, so we can get those gems, and now we have cleared out everything in this initial area. So before moving on, you'll notice that I have 298 gems. That is where you're going to want to be before you move on to the end of the level. Now with that supercharge, right there, there are 2 red gems. Sorry, that puts me at 300. So those 2 red gems I actually missed earlier because they were kind of hidden in the tall grass. So before moving on to this area right here, you should have a total of 300 gems exactly. So make sure you're doing that little mental check to make sure. Now right there was a little glitch in my video. I'm not sure what happened there, but you didn't really miss anything. All I did, so there's another one. I don't know why that happened while recording, but again, you didn't really miss anything. All I did was just go up the main path. The gems are clearly visible. There are a couple enemies you need to kill, and everything is pretty trivial. Alright, so from there I'm going to fly over to this last area. I'm going to set about destroying the cages. I'm going to make my way behind this water here. You're going to see a number of enemies that are flying in a circle, so make sure you take the time to kill all of them, and then just go along the outer perimeter of the water to make sure you get all of the gems. Alright, so at the moment I'm at 359. I'm going to fly up here. You'll see that there's another cage, there are some more gems, and there's another enemy. Alright, now I'm going to fly over to this platform. You'll see the 3rd and final cage. Once again, a couple more gems. That'll put me at 385. Now that I have the 3 fairies, I'm going to take this magic lift up, and sure enough, the last 15 gems are right here at the top. So there you go, guys. I hope that helped. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you get the chance. Again, the important thing to remember, because I did at first miss those 2 red gems, before you fly over to the final area of the level, make sure that you have 300 gems exactly. If you don't, that means you must have missed some, and you can use sparks to find them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.